You can pick the Jets. I mean, Sam Darnold's better than Josh Allen, I think. I mean, I don't know. I've never played with Sam Darnold. Why would I do that? Because there's no point. Like I don't get anything out of winning with the Chiefs. If I win with them, you blame it on the team, even though excuse me. It's
Yeah,
already
hey,
on.
all right, I'm going to get off because these people are talking. I'm playing enough FIFA. I want to see if I can recruit somebody.
Ugh.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be
Just playing on whatever it's on. Excuse me.
touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Just whatever it's on. I don't fucking
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And going deep for
Oh,
him.
he didn't get it out there far enough.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Got a stronger arm.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Play action now. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check it back, check it back.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Here's Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yeah. Now he's...
On 2nd and 7, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
Come on, guys.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Alpha. 55's my guy, 55. It's our field.
Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete to Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On the ground, it's Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins.
Oh, come on. 53, you're
and
killing me.
brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch.
It literally went right. All he had to do was stick his hands
When they
up.
work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's stopping right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins flushed out right. And that is incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Gun. 24 is the mark. Come on.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
55. Bring it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, bad play.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes.
What the fuck?
And the ball is knocked out. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end.
He caught it
the
and fucking
target.
pitched it. Are you kidding me? The fuck if I
Here
know?
are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Gun. Check the call. 24.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Good route here. 24 is the mark. We go. Hey, let go. 24 is the mark.
Second down, Cousins.
Oh,
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Haywood.
Cousins now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Loose football. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Situation. Let's go.
On first down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
55.
Alright, 15. Fuck, I can't
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We ain't gonna take no chance.
Even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
Oh.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got you. Wide. Get wide. Collect. Crunch. Recon, 132 fight.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is caught.
I didn't want to run that play,
one-handed grab there. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL.
Mahomes hit.
Oh, my God!
Vikings pick up the football.
They're trying to keep you in this game.
At the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but
hit the upright. My guy pitched the ball away.
To either take the
Tell me the last time you saw a pitch in Madden.
Lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
The run got 4.
Like I said, tell me the last time you saw a pitch in Madden.
Mike's 50. Go. Go, Mike 50.
Throwing his Cousins. Going deep for Diggs.
God.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings.
They're determined to keep you in this fucking game. Do it.
66 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs make over first down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey,
To throw again on second down, Mahomes.
Oh,
This
good
is
play.
intercepted, intended for Hill. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
they're running it. Here we go, 50.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
Cousins on 1st down. Flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
24 is the mic. Stay with your man. 24 is the mic.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Got it, baby.
Ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by
Good
Kendall
job,
Fuller.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 83 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled
run a
coming
drag
out on the
route
field,
when
maybe
you're
catch them back
bumping.
on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Don't bump.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, Delta. 50's the mark. Get the ball. Mike's 50.
Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle.
Push him to the first down, guys.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Gun. Mike 50, exit. Hey.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins.
Good play.
And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Cousins on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, check Mike. Smooth.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins.
About time.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back
read in the
that one's gonna
eye.
hurt
Read in
a
the
big
eye.
way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up
I was
1st and 10
strengthening
at their
the whole
own
play.
43.
Don't turn my back to the quarterback.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm the one that made that play. What are you talking about? I did nothing. That was my user the whole way.
Here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead.
I have.
You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but
Oh,
it'll still
shit, I don't
bring
want
up
to
a
kick a
4th
field goal.
down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the
I
fact that
guess
he kept his
field goal
eyes
kick is
downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Wow.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to
Scored
warm
a
up
field
little
goal
bit
on a
over the
turnover
Throwing to
and
start
a
the
touchdown
drive,
on a
but
play
that
where
one
my guy
incomplete. They were
fucking
looking
just
for
stayed at the line of
Johnson that
scrimmage.
time, but it'll be
Like,
second
that's
down.
your point. That's your
An
point in this
incomplete
game.
pass leads to
And you're talking
second
about my
and 10 from
defense
the
is trash.
25.
You have literally done nothing the whole game.
Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Scored on a
He'll
turnover
get 15
and a
and
broken
Vikings
play.
first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
If it wasn't for a pick 6, I would still have 17, which is better than the 9 you put up.
First and 10 as they search for a late score.
I didn't get a bullshit play. Your guy fought. You did that. The play you scored, my guy just stayed at the line of scrimmage. Like, I have no control over that. He was in zone coverage and just stayed at the line. You bumped.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
You do. You bumped in man-to-man coverage the fastest player in the game. That's your fault. That's not an error.
On first and 10, Cousins.
That's not the computer just standing at the line. Your guy followed. You just made a bad play call.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Play action now. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown
have 9 whole
downfield. And
points.
look, it doesn't matter whether you play
12
man
whole
or
points.
zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man.
Congratulations.
And you
12
got to
isn't
trust
gonna win a
yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
You have 24-12. You got to play for a touchdown.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good. So that will get them back within 1 score. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout.
Oh, my Lord.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Always you.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
That looked like a first down, right? $55. Little long.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here 15. Lights 59. Lights 59. It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike, check. 59. 50. Attack. I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike's 5.
Yeah, fuck it.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
We max protected. We left the tight end in.
So from the 36 now,
we left the tight end and the running back in. Unless you blitzed 9, you weren't getting in.
43, 15.
We're not dumb.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Y'all don't get the Chiefs anymore, man. Like I said, all y'all do is
to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10
a
seconds
bad throw
left.
is a bullshit play, but my guy literally pitching you the ball isn't a bullshit play.
Gotta get to the
We see bad throws all the
down.
time.
It's just me and you. Wow. It's just me and you. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Mahomes
It was a
to throw.
turnover while I had the ball in scoring range. What are you talking
And
about?
that is
We
incomplete.
pitched the ball
Stopping the
away
clock
while we were
with
in
5
scoring
seconds
range.
to go.
You threw a pick 6 on my half of the field. Like, I've scored more than you. Like, that's how we're winning. I've scored more than you.
They once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again.
Now, we're
on
not running
4th
it
down.
back. You get the Panthers this next game if you want to run it again. You don't get the
Mahomes gonna go on
Chiefs.
4th down. Steps away to
No,
his left.
I didn't mean to cross
He
the
can
line.
run for it, and he will. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard
funny
of.
when the Bills did it, it was your great defense.
You talk about celebrating with each other and
it was all you when the Bills did it.
Going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the
close
NFL
because
on
of
EA
nonsense
Sports.
turnovers
For more,
on our
check us
end.
out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
You were never in this game. You got close at the end because we were just playing prevent defense. So I kept you out of the end zone for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden you figured out how to play. I drove it down your throat the first 2 drives of the game. Yes, drove it down your throat the first 2 drives of the game. Just good defense. We play shutdown defense. If we don't give up a broken play, we don't give up scores on defense. I'm literally winning every game. Despite I won. It doesn't matter how many you win by. I won every game. You beat the Bills and the Bears. That's your 2 wins against me, is the Bills and the Bears. Oh, I am. The Chiefs are done. Like, you guys just cannot beat the Chiefs. Doesn't matter. You guys can't beat the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs are retired. And make sure I'm not wearing white. Oh, shit, excuse me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 20.
I have no idea what we're working with. Damn, okay. I would have expected Kareem Hunt to be faster than that. Oof. Oh my God. Yeah, we could be in for a long day with those tackles. Yeah. Yeah. Now the bars are closed back down. Oh yeah. Getting out there going wild.
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, Texas. People in Texas just don't care, man. Like, they just don't care.
180! Yeah.
Yeah.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
It's our time.
What the fuck is Hunt doing in here?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third.
Where's Nick Chubb? We got a superstar out here, and we got fucking this dude.
Down.
That's a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. I just,
And
it's
they'll
not
look
even
to
fun.
avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Run.
All right, guys. I don't know what to fucking do with these tackles.
Check my gun.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this.
We tried.
Taking
We
matters
fucking
into his
slow.
own hands, and he picks up 4
he got
yards and
it!
a first down.
He got
That's
it.
something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy,
Way to
you
use
tell
your wheels,
guys to keep your
Mayfield.
eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
At least we got Chubb in there now.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
Oh, shit.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Mayfield completes it to Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Stuck his nose in there.
First down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. A big pickup of 38.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
48, Mike. 48, seam 6.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
We got 3.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Mike said, why aren't you sharing your voice? We can't hear you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
All right, let's see.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
57. Mike, 57.
Prescott from the gun.
Oh,
got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Elliott trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Let's get it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Prescott to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Mack Wilson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Kill.
Prescott being chased out left. And he's going to go down again.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Oh, I don't know what I just hit.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
29 is the Mike 29. Here we go, G. All day, G.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Ah!
And this is
Fucking old guy holding me.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll run it with Elliott.
There we go.
I'm sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
180! 54, Mike 54. King. Check tight. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, me and you on that.
Mayfield on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Ow.
On first and 10, Mayfield.
Come on.
And
Go
that
out in the
is
fucking route,
incomplete.
guys.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On second down, Mayfield again. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
50. 180. Hey. Mike, point it right. 2 little, cut. Mike, 55. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Oh, you get on that.
They'll run with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
180. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Real. Check 48's the mic. Check.
On second and goal, Mayfield steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Escaping the pressure right.
Are you
fucking to Jason Witten? And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Going right side, he has Witten.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. Intended that time for Cooper.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football?
All right, Baker.
Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
At the 47-yard line.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, Mayfield.
Complete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, Alpha.
To throw, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll work it across midfield
43, there's no
inside
way.
the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. A first down carry by Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 48 to Mike. Watch the slip.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the gun, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. Chubb fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. We just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That one good for 26 and a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
You've got to be shitting me.
Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And again, it's Chubb. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go one more. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Switch, switch, switch. Check 31, check 31.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Alert, 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 alert.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Kings, Kings, Kings. Kings, Kings, Kings.
First down, Mayfield.
Oh, just didn't block it all on that side.
Down. They sack him back right around the 44. Antoine Woods busting through to get him for a loss of 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Oh.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right.
Oh, jump!
Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Hey, echo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And able to catch it.
Got to be kidding me.
Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Again, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again. again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 15. Hey, kill.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
57 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Prescott to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check. Hey, Charlie.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hurry.
Mike 5-4. Oh, here we go. Oh. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, alert.
Strip that.
Regular. Hurry.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Set. 180.
Mike 54. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Doing that in Madden for 15 years. Yeah.
Now Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Haywood.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
You're right.
Again on 2nd down. Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Pistol.
Let's go. 48 for Mike.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
I run the 3-4 because I don't like having 4 linemen. I like having an extra guy in pass defense. No, it's not. I never rush 4, ever.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't care about the run. I'll give up the run all day. You're not going to beat me running the ball. I'm not the least bit worried about it. That's why you got to know what you're doing when you run it. I know how to run the 3-4 where I don't give up the pass. It doesn't matter who's in there. Like I said, I've been running 3-4 for 20 years. I know exactly how to run it against 3, 4, 5 wides. It don't matter. You can. You can pick the 3-4 apart if you know how to do it. You absolutely can pick it apart. Uh, It 3-4 has nothing to do with speed. It's about no, it doesn't. No, nobody's smoked my 3-4. No, nobody's nobody's ever been competitive with me on a consistent basis in this. There's a reason we don't play the Madden leagues anymore because people just quit playing me. I'm gonna just keep picking shittier and shittier teams to give you a chance. No, it doesn't. You should have blown that game out, and you scored 3 points. Yeah. Let's see what were they rated? I gotta pick a team worse than them. I gotta pick a team under a 76. Didn't leave me many options. They got some good pieces. That line is terrible. I don't know how you didn't eat. I don't know how you didn't eat that line alive. Nah, I can't do that. I can't play with the Redskins. Andy Dalton? Is it Andy Dalton time? There's not many teams. I do everything user. Everything I do is user. We're gonna give Kyler Murray another chance. He did not have a good game the last time we played with him. Because our offense is trash. We have an absolutely terrible offense.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple.
All right, let's see what I'm working with. How bad was Kyler Murray? 75? Like, he shouldn't be that shitty. Oh my God, what are you even doing in the game, guy? Because we don't have anybody else. That's what you're doing there. Boy, this line is bad. I guess you're sticking in there, guy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
All right, Kyler. Time to show out, buddy.
First down, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One better pass.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Murray now on first down. It's complete to Drake. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Murray throwing on second down, being chased out left. He'll run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. From the gun on third down, Murray flush to his right. And able to find Kirk complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick me up.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he hits Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 3 yards out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Cassius Marsh showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's just exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
Dancing to his left.
Oh!
And that's going to be incomplete.
Peterson.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it.
Nice 57's right. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Not today, you aren't. Not today. Let's go.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. If they want a 1st, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Murray to air it out again. flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett.
He held on.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 3rd down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. You ain't doing nothing.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Buda Baker with a pick.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Buying time.
Shit.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Wilson. Oh! The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
After the turnover, here's Murray.
Oh,
And
man.
that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Got to go back to it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Mike 57. It's just me and you. It's just...
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Michael Kendricks able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Right here.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 3rd down, Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this 1st half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Fighting to stay upright. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Being chased out left. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. 37 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw.
Oh, shit.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Go. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now he steps away. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Murray from midfield. Eluding the pressure right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray flushed out right. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Watch the run.
The 36-yard line.
A 2nd down carry for Procise. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Wilson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now it's Carson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 41, Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 57. Tighten up. Pull it together. 57.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Drake. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Murray now on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Drake.
Oh, fucking wagon.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Murray to air it out again. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Rodney Gunn Hunter in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Wilson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. The end result, 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Gun.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
Check, 43. Good.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch 16.
Wilson going to throw again. And now here is another interception.
Camden, right?
Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks at this point. You got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
And you throw it to him.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray back near his goal line. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Lockett. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, right at a defender.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Pretty real if he catches
down.
it. Even defensive linemen have hands. You threw it. You literally threw it right at the guy.
And this one incomplete.
I didn't have to keep up. You threw it at me.
And it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys
literally
threw
it right at the guy.
Receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Murray to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Deontay Thompson.
I mean, we know where the routes are going.
To the 22. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Murray. And he hits Drake. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Back to throw. Murray. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Charles Clay there to make the grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense.
I really think I can.
3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Cowboys got receivers. She put up 3 points.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more,
if you know what I'm doing, then beat it.
Like EA Madden NFL.
I know what you're doing. I picked you off 7 times.
It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
Make a living in the middle of the field. The Dolphins from now. Who's the worst team in the game? The Dolphins? I don't know. I don't know why the level affects me, but not you. How? Where? Yep.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Quick.
And no run back here. This.
Oh, excuse me. All right. Patrick, what do we got at running back? Nothing.
Who won? Three. Did y'all play 3 games? All 3?
This is how bad it is, Mike. We are currently playing the Saints against the Dolphins to give them a chance. And see, this is why there's no point in playing, because it's always going to be an excuse. This game is if you lose this game, there's going to be something else.
I'm telling you, Ruben. Like, Josh is good.
I just beat you 24-7 with the Cardinals. Oh my Lord. I know what you're doing the whole time. You have scored 10 points in the last 2 games total. I know what you're doing the whole time. I scored 24 in the last game alone. So I'm literally dominating. I think you've scored like 1 offensive touchdown the whole night.
Well, so you're not gonna play FIFA then?
Will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right. Well,
Right
I'm gonna. Brandon was wanting to play, so just get me up whenever you guys are done.
You wanted to play FIFA?
No, well, he did say he'll play FIFA.
First down, Fitzpatrick.
I'll play when the able.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So second down. Still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
34.
54. Mike 54.
To throw again. Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete.
Dropped it when he
Took a
hit the
pretty
ground,
good
buddy.
shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught at the 25. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game.
My Lord.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And this is Parker, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15.
You want it all night, and you got to make the play.
10.
I switched to make the
Good
play.
pickup there, 21 yards.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
You didn't have to switch. You were already there.
Balaj. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick.
Get out of it.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
56 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Shotgun now for Brees. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability
Ran
to
a
catch
screen
the
and didn't
football
block
and
the
take it in the opposite
guy.
direction.
I mean, I don't know why you're surprised. They didn't block him.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Saints.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the ground, Kamara. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Block the guy on the end of the line.
He looked like one of those guys.
Eluding the pressure right, and that will be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th.
Sammy! Go!
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick, and he finds Parker here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
20! Mike 27! No gain on this defense, no gain!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick firing quickly here, and that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st.
Strong.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Go. 47's the Mike.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
and this is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now Fitzpatrick finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
25, check 25.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Hey, Delta. Check, Mike 21, Mike 21. Check.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that.
Oh, my goodness.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He was looking for Parker that time. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Lobbing it up into zones, man.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I had all day to...
They want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, my 7.
Throwing again, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike 20! Mike 5-4. Walk the run.
52 and 56, 52 and 56.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 24.
Here's a run with Ballage. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. This time they stay on the ground. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Doesn't matter if you could run the ball. I still wouldn't defend it. I don't need to.
Both teams appear
I
ready
wouldn't
for the
defend
fight
it
ahead.
anyway. Like, I'm not. My game plan doesn't change. I wouldn't defend the run no matter what. No, that's just my 3-4 is just my base defense.
He gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Why does all this stuff only work for me then? Like, if you know all this stuff, why isn't everybody doing it?
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. Maybe calm their whole team down.
They didn't block me. They literally did not block my middle linebacker.
Right now you're down big. You're
it doesn't matter if you don't block a guy.
Again, it's Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good.
Oh, trust me, it's not easy.
Player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action. Now Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Davis now to return it.
So it should be even.
Very nice job on the run back there.
Because you don't even have to worry about the run.
And
no, I'm not running the ball. Like, I can care less about the run.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
I'm not changing anything. I'm just taking care of the ball better is all I'm doing.
Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case,
you guys literally only beat me when I fucking turn the ball over crazy amount of times. Or if y'all get broken plays. Like
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points.
I take care
Turn
of the ball
back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Exactly. There's not a defense that can cover everything.
Fitzpatrick. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It is about execution. If you know what's coming and we're still doing well, it's our execution.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. To throw, Fitzpatrick looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. On 2nd and 10. Breeze, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just
yet,
an
adjustment on that
if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges.
You're
out
not
of me
running
for
the
some reason.
hurry up. You're picking plays.
Check 55.
I'm trying to collect.
Play action. Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. There was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Breeze on third down. And Gibbs got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze.
Oh, stick your hands up, guy.
That's complete to Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We're not guarding
Two
one
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready.
I'm
It's
playing
first
the
and goal.
zone.
Try to pound it in.
I'm absolutely playing
And
zone.
a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
That's
Give
my
him 4
zone.
on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This thing is close because they gave you.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But
Oh, Madden, you got to make the play.
How they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
On second down,
you can blame all you want, man. I have Googled zero Madden.
And that one
like
got
10 years.
tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about
My defense
leverage. We always talk
my
about
defense has
low
always
man
been
wins in
locked
the
down.
trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that
I got
leverage,
zero
you're losing the
need to-
battle,
Dude,
just
I've been
jump
playing
up at the
this
line of
for-
scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
My defense is literally the
On third
same.
down, Fitzpatrick. And that one
Anybody can
incomplete.
tell you I've
Good
been playing
coverage that
3-4
time by
forever.
Patrick Robinson.
And what with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles,
I've always,
thus the
this
incompletion.
Madden defense hadn't changed in like 10 years. The same
Harris to return.
The same play calls, the same adjustments,
So
everything.
change
Like
of
I've done the
possession here
same
on
shit.
the punt.
I can do
The
this
Saints will take
blindfolded.
over with a
You
first
think I
down
Googled
and
this
10.
and figured out how to do this quickly?
The Saints
You're out of your
offense on the
mind.
field,
I've
ready to
been
get
doing
their
this
drive started. And
longer
they're hoping
than
to
you've
redo
been
their efforts in
playing,
the last
Matt.
drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now left side on the
that
swing
guy's
pass.
slow.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, exit.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze.
Standing right there. I didn't even move on that play.
He will score. Touchdown, Miami. That's the
That's
story of the
because
game.
your
They've been
route combination was
suffocating all
terrible.
game
You ran
long
a
on
street,
defense. They
so
were
all I got to do
suffocating
is
there
stand
again
in
a
one
big way.
spot,
And they've done it not
and
just
then
by
you ran
out-athleting them,
a
which is
slant
often the
underneath it,
case,
thinking I was going to
being
follow
able
the
to
street.
adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the
I
punch
didn't
each and
follow
every
the
time.
street.
This was a
I
defense that
stayed
was
right.
well prepared.
I stayed right where I was.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
You literally ran.
Saints
You ran.
offense on the
You
field,
did that
ready to
yourself.
get their drive started.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
You switched and moved them.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
Yeah, you
I remember
switched and
talking
moved
with a
them off
guy
the
in the
ball.
league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this?
That's
Pretty
exactly
much
what
over, ready to
happened.
go to the bench and hang out. He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
Ran
When they
them
have to
off
throw
the
it,
play.
that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Saints
there
offense
was
on the
nothing in the
field
way of
ready
my
to get their drive
corner.
started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this
So
possession.
the last that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided
Figured out what
affair.
you were doing.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
We didn't turn the
And
ball
let's
over
see what
this
they've
game.
come up
I
with
think we turned it over
offensively
like
after
once.
having time to talk it over. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.